Hi there, welcome back. Here to do some more cusp love readings. Going to begin with Libra-Scorpio, and then Scorpio Sagittarius, and then Sagittarius-Capricorn in this particular video. I'm going to try to fit it all in before my family comes back from their walk. We'll see. I'm going to start with your oracles, and then I'm going to do tarot for you about you and the person that you're thinking about, mid-January to mid-February. This is again beginning with, well, timestamp, and this is beginning with Libra Scorpio. Peace. I am being of love, and I release all negative energy. So that's good. That's a good premise to start with. Libra Scorpio. Peace. What other oracle messages for Libra Scorpio during this period? Compassion. Compassion is love in action, a devotion to uncovering the truth of the painful story of unworthiness we all carry. The biggest and most difficult act of compassion begins within. For now, let everything go, soften yourself, and begin exploring the truth of you. Try extending love to yourself and practice accepting it. Freedom awaits. So, wow, these are pretty powerful messages, and peace and self-compassion are two primary messages. I'm going to pull one more from the wisdom of the oracle. This is for Libra Scorpio. Mending. So this to me is about two things. This is about self-compassion, just like that other message of compassion and peace. It's about self-compassion, and do you have a need to forgive yourself for something at this time? Or do you have a need to mend fences with somebody else? Is there somebody that needs your forgiveness? Is there a conversation that needs to be had? So Libra Scorpio, it's about peace, self-compassion first, but also do you need to consider forgiveness or compassion to somebody in your midst, or maybe it is the person that you have on your mind for this reading. So with that, let's see what energies are going on for you and your person, Libra Scorpio. Let's see what's going on for your person, and then some advice on what you may or may not be seeing, a potential outcome. So what's going on for past energy around the situation for you and your person? The past energy has been the Two of Pentacles. In this case, the Heaven and Earth deck, they call it harmonious change. So things shifting, something definitely shifting up between you and your person. It could be a decision to be made, that there's a need to balance up, weigh up a decision. Often I see this card. There's definitely an infinite connection here to me. We'll see how many others we might see. But to me, it already out of the gate is connoting and connotating a definite deep soul contract or soul connection with the person that's on your mind, Libra Scorpio. What the present energy is bringing in from this period of change is the sun. So you already have the sun gracing your energy in this relationship reading, which is so beautiful and tells us that optimism is on the front and on the horizon, and that you are being divinely watched over. And there's a lightness, there's a brightness. There may even be an illumination coming, but the sun and its sheer energy is warmth. So warmth and connection to me are key messages moving into the present energy for this relationship. What's on your person's mind is the Queen of Swords. So you might be dealing with somebody who, whether or not they're typically in the mindset of being, a logical person, somebody who's analytical and processes things, tends to lean on their analytical, rational mind. The Queen of Wands is supremely intelligent, supremely in control. And in the upright, and I'm really only reading in the upright energy, I'm just getting an energy that what's on the mind of your person is clarity and truth and being straightforward and straightforward communications, just not wanting to be too much in their emotions Whether or not they typically are or not, it's hard to say. They want to cut to the chase. They want to have honest conversation, communication. And the other one, okay, so I clarified this with the Three of Swords. So this person has somehow been hurt, and I think that they have a need to really maybe not face their hurt. They may not be someone that tends to really attach to their feeling body as much as their mind. So they would probably not want to delve into deep wounds, probably wants to cut out that part of their experience. So it also could mean that if you're dealing with somebody who's at a distance from you, it may be due to the fact that they're just wanting to move on. They're wanting to move on for the moment out of this difficult energy and cut that out of their life because it might be just too much. In the past, there was a push and pull. There may have been a decision, but it is an infinite connection. Infinite connections have the ability to really, they do have the ability to wreak a lot of havoc, stir up a lot of, big emotion. The energy for the two of you collectively is moving into the sun. What's on the mind of your person still, though, Libra Scorpio, is this hurt and the desire to want to not delve deep into the emotional side of that. They also see you as someone wanting to move along from any drama or emotional upheaval. So maybe this is a bit of mirroring. I don't know which one came first, but they definitely see you moving out of the drama too. They see you moving on to smoother waters. That could be what hurt their feelings, and they're responding in kind with their Queen of Swords energy. But they definitely, on their part, are wanting to be more logical. They see you, they're looking right at you here. They see you moving on and trying to get to calmer waters yourself. In their heart of hearts right now, though, they're going through a really hard time, Libra Scorpio. Your person is definitely going through a bit of a dark night of the soul. You have the sun as a emerging current energy in this situation. We do know that the Nine of Swords is not as bad as it appears. So they might be building this up to be more angstful than it really is. And it really may not even be the relationship. For some of you, it's going to be that your person is experiencing other challenges in their life right now. They might be busy juggling demands. They might have more than one relationship in their life and they're juggling that. But they definitely felt hurt. They might have seen you start to move away. They, I feel, have a really, they're very entrenched in some kind of upheaval in their life right now, whether it's you or whether it's something else. That said, the way they see you two moving forward, oh my gosh, is the Two of Cups. So this is love in this deck. And that's maybe where the sun is coming in. Deep down, the way they envision you moving forward, whether you're together or not right now, is in a love energy. This is beautiful. This is pretty amazing. Wait, is this the Lovers? No, this isn't the Lovers. It's the Two of Cups for sure. I had to look because it's got the angel also protecting it. This is definitely a meeting of the minds. They see the two of you reconnecting in a meeting of the minds. I believe that there's a truth that needs to happen before you would do that. I'm just really feeling like with the sword energy that they're holding and all these other swords, that there's a communication and a truth energy that needs to happen before that would happen. What you're not seeing, what do you need to see that you're not seeing, Libra Scorpio? Wow, interesting. You're not seeing the Four of Wands. You're not seeing the capacity for stability here. There is a stabilizing factor here. There's a harmonious factor here. So if you're feeling like you're apart, you're not communicating well, or you're feeling defeatist or defeated about this relationship, there's still this, wow, Sun and Two of Cups and Four of Wands, and there's this potential in this relationship that you just may not be seeing. For some of you, it may be that you really need to see that there's a path to greater stability and that you can get out of any drama you're experiencing and that you need to still achieve harmony. And if you're doing that, or you want to build together with this person, these elements of self-forgiveness, self-compassion, patience, peace, self-love are pretty critical to the pathway there. As for advice, in addition to that, other advice for you as it relates to this relationship is the Queen of Wands. So connecting to your passion, connecting to your own inspiration. The Queen of Wands is beautiful, is attractive, is intelligent, is in control of her world, her emotions, knows where to put her energies to make what she wants to have happen. So you're more powerful than you think. Your advice is to tap into that power for yourself. And then if anything needs to be applied to this relationship, you will know. The Queen of Wands is a beautiful energy. It's intuitive and very together energy and a badass energy. So it's kind of telling you, Libra-Scorpio, to tap into that most supreme, knowledgeable, in control, empowered, inspiring, magnetic, and beautiful side of you that does know what to do here. I'm going to pull one other card just popping right now for your advice, which is the Princess of Pentacles in this deck, or the Page of Pentacles. So this is knowing your worth. So along with tapping into the Queen of Wands energy, which is embedded in you, deep knowledge and all this empowerment, it's also, to me, saying to tap into your value and really making sure you know your worth. Making sure you know what you bring to the table. Last card in the area of outcome before I pull some twin flame messages for you. What can we know in terms of a potential outcome? Well, we have the Six of Pentacles. So there could be a meeting of the minds. It's right under your Two of Cups. So if you do get a chance to reunite with this person, have a conversation, I have a sense it'll be more even give and take, more reciprocity. That's really good. And also to be aware of that. Be aware of not having an injustice by being the one that's giving more. Really watch your boundaries. The Queen of Wands would definitely watch her boundaries. I can tell you that your person is a Queen of Swords energy. They're going to be watching their boundaries. So yeah, Two of Cups, Six of Pentacles, turning out to be a pretty beautiful reading if you can keep in your power. What this person would tell you if they were going to say something to you. What would this person tell you, Libra-Scorpio? If they were going to tell you something right now, what would it be? Coyote bee. So you are a cusper and you're dealing with a cusper. That's interesting. I can't ignore the signs I'm receiving any longer. So yeah, like I said, your person is definitely in the Eight of Swords energy. So is feeling these emotions pretty deeply. Yet they see you moving together as the Two of Cups. So they this particular, for those of you identifying with this, as much as there's been hurt, as much as they want to cut out the drama and they see you moving past the drama, they do see you coming together in a way that's going to work. And they're going to not ignore any warning signs, but they're also very in tune with any loving signs that this is an important relationship to them. And they are feeling sorry they couldn't do right by you in certain ways. So as much as they might have felt hurt by some of the outcomes of this, or if you were caused to move away, I'm feeling like chances are you wanted calmer water because of something maybe they did, and then you impacted each other when you moved away, and obviously that hurt them. So they became aware of what they did. They're very aware of what they did. So again, you know, Two of Cups, Four of Wands, the Sun, and then Six of Cups, give and take. I think you are dealing with a lot of good potential here. Just remember to bring yourself peace, compassion. If there's a mending of the fences that needs to happen, that may need to happen. and tap into your Queen of Wands power. And yeah, a lot of good news here. So anyway, that is Libra-Scorpio. Let's move on to Scorpio-Sag. Scorpio-Sag, what's going on for you and the person that you're thinking about? I'm just going to do a couple shuffles here for my main tarot deck while I'm thinking of you. This is for Scorpio-Sag. Scorpio-Sag. Okay. Let's pull most of your oracles first. Scorpio-Sag for the period of mid-January to mid-February, envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Nobody's better, nobody's worse, nobody's one-upping you. Careful of what you think you're assuming when you see what other people are doing. Careful of social media, because that's the biggest thing right now that stokes our envy button. But envy is a watchword for you, Scorpio, Sag. What else? Watching envy. Regeneration. So this is kind of like a bit of a death and rebirth energy. So big things afoot for you. Big things afoot for you personally, a big transmutation, a big change, a big transformation happening. The ability to maybe tie up some loose ends to start something new, something important and new. And then let's see, let's pull one more general oracle for you from the Seeking Within. Envy keeps you in a non-present energy. So if you're feeling envy, you might need to watch your mindfulness and in the moment present awareness. It's just a story you're telling yourself. Envy is a story we're telling ourselves. We see snippets of things and we tell ourselves we're not as good as something, or we wish we had something. We don't really even know the full situation when that stuff happens. Divine connection. Put some light on the subject. The divine connection in each of us, there lies a divine connection to more power, something more powerful than hate or violence. Wow, that's pretty important today. Today is the day to attune to that power and use it on behalf of the peace of the earth. So this is about divine connection, that we can connect to the oneness of all of us, to the collective, when we're coming from a place of love, compassion, and connectedness. Envy gets driven out. It has no place, and we can form new beginnings. So let's take a look at what's going on for whoever you have on your mind. Think of the person, Scorpio Sag. Think of the person, Scorpio Sag's relationship. Doesn't matter if you're in one, wishing you were in one, kind of in this one, thinking of this person. It's a past relationship, whoever's on your mind. Past energy of this particular relationship is the Knight of Swords. Present is the Empress. And what they have on their mind is victory, or the Six of Wands. So whatever happened in the past with this relationship could have been something that caused a rift, something came in fast and furious. Could it be a communication from one or both of you that was sharp around the edges, not much emotional intelligence associated with it. But the moving into the current energy is the Empress. So it's kind of a more obviously peaceful, giving, compassionate, abundant sort of feeling, and it's a major energy. The Knight might have just been fleeting. That Knight of Swords communication was kind of just passing, but it might have had a real conflict sort of vibe to it. It also might have caused you to separate from your communication with each other. So a bit of an impasse, a bit of a separation. What's on the mind of your person is victory. there could be a big ego at play with the person that you're thinking about. If that might be something some of you might identify with, that you're dealing with somebody who has a big ego, but truthfully, they might just feel that they want to come together with you. They see you as putting your boundaries up, Four of Pentacles. They see you as being very focused on not letting toxicity in, not letting things that are going to hurt your feelings in or affront you or offend you. They might have offended you with communication that came in. Collectively, it seems like it's a timeout for the sake of peace and compassion, that one or both of you took like a little breather. Somebody or both of you took a beat to gain equilibrium. What's on your mind of your person is either alone or together with you, being able to succeed here. Let me just qualify how they're coming from this Six of Wands perspective. Yeah, they have the sun, clarifying that. So they definitely want to seek happiness, more innocence with you, or just in their situation that's on their mind. They see you being defensive. They're not going anywhere. In their heart is the Nine of Wands. They're being tenacious, even if they feel a little beaten up by recent fights or arguments or points or criticisms or whatever's gone down. They definitely might feel a little beaten up, but they're hanging in there. They're not going anywhere. They're strong on this and they're sticking around. You definitely have been around the block with this person and they're sticking around. They see you walling up a little bit. You're protecting yourself somewhat. The way they see the two of you moving forward is the Five of Pentacles. They're concerned. They want victory. They want happiness. They want lightness. But that separation that you might have had is making them feel on the outer circle. I'm not sure if they feel that there's a possibility to move forward together. They seem to be fixed. They're hanging in there. They've got the Nine of Wands. But how they are skeptical about the two of you and how you're going to move forward, because they see it as being tenuous and like, I think they see it as walking on eggshells. I don't know why I'm getting that. That's just a message I'm getting. And the King of Wands, they see the attraction. They see the connection and the magnetism between you. I don't think they feel it's there or where it needs to be yet. Something new, something different has to change. And you do have that regeneration card, which means big change. So I think they have good feelings. There was a separation. They see you guarding. They're hanging in there. I think they have some skepticism. What you don't see is the Seven of Swords. So there's definitely, they're wondering the possibility. They're wondering the correct strategy. I think they're not sure how to play this. I don't know if they know how to play this. This is a sneaky card. For some of you, somebody might be a bit manipulative. That King of Swords with them might be that they're planning to still box you out if you're on the outside. If you're the one on the outside, they are the King of Swords. There could be for some of you that this element or this person is not as 100% in it as you would like, and they might be keeping you on the outside. They see you as guarding up. There's definitely some conflicting energies here. Again, in their heart, though, they're not going anywhere. Nine of Wands. So what you don't see is the Seven of Swords, which is we don't really like to see, but I just want to see. Is it really that they're strategizing? We have the Page of Swords. So there's a youthful energy here. The immature side of them doesn't know how to play this and is wondering what to say. They're wondering about closing up an end or communicating. What would they say if they were to say something? I don't know if they know what to say. So there's some confusion there. Again, I don't see them skipping town. I think they're hanging in there, no matter what you're getting. The advice for you is the Emperor. So you need to gain your power, almost like the last reading. You need to tap into your power, but I think you're on the right track with your Four of Pentacles kind of boundaries. The Emperor is awesome with boundaries. The Emperor just knows exactly what to say yes and no to. And the Emperor will say no way more than they say yes. So this is telling me that your advice is to be very scrutinizing, be very selective, keep up with your good boundaries. Don't let things in that are going to pull you off your course. You have a new start in the offering for you with this regeneration card. Stay away from lower vibrating, energies that could bring you off your course, and stay connected to your higher power. Okay. So a potential outcome card. Sorry, I was trying to have somebody was FaceTiming me. Let's see. Potential outcome is success unfulfilled as of yet. The Seven of Pentacles. Patience, still waiting. During this period of this reading, you may not get to your actual answer. So you may have more time to figure this out and need more time to figure this out. You're evaluating selectively where to put your energy, holding your boundaries, deciding if you're going to keep planting the seed on this relationship, or are you going to continue to invest? So I think that's a big energy for you right now. Under the deck, I don't know, I chose to look under the deck in this moment, which was the Devil. So yeah, there's definitely, and the Hermit. So there's definitely a need to get connected to your higher wisdom on this. Take the time, be patient. We do have Six of Cups and the Devil. There's definitely a big connection here. Absolutely, there's a big connection here. It's a little bit of that to be determined. It's just, I don't think it's that conclusive right now. You have a need to make sure you're hitting your power and coming from that place with the Emperor, and feel good about whatever boundaries you need to put in place. If they could say something to you, it would be, I don't know how I even feel anymore, and I can't handle your words right now. So it's gotten to a hot enough button pushing with the two of you recently where it may have caused a rift or division. And that's where we started with the Knight of Swords. So something, whether it was recent or in your history, you know, caused some hot button pushing. But that's only because you kind of are connected deeply, care deeply about each other. There's a bit of that deep connection, but it's just hard to say where it's going to turn out just yet. I think the biggest message I'm getting is to be true to yourself, that you have a potential for cutting off any dead ends that are not working for you and really focusing on what does. That's where you're going to, and you only can get that by being quiet and getting connected to yourself and getting connected to the universe. So there's a lot of good potential here. Seems like this is somebody who's separate, and that this is a very big endorsement for the person watching, who is Scorpio Sag, that they are to stay connected to their energy, stay true to themselves, that you're on an okay path, whatever you're doing right now to fend off unhealthy energy is a good thing. And to keep that up. For sure. Don't sacrifice on yourself. And there's new big beginnings coming with that regeneration card. So that's very, very positive. That's very positive. Let's shuffle that for later. And let's see. While I'm reshuffling, if you're in between your timestamps here, I just want to use this as an opportunity to thank you for being here. Say hello to the room. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing today? So let's go. One more thing. Let's go with Sagittarius-Capricorn and see what your oracles are telling you for this relationship reading, mid-January to mid-February 2021. Sagittarius Cappies, Cuspers, denial. So I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. It's a need to become more aware. That's a big message for you right now. The need to become more aware. What else? So if there's something, this would be a classic Two of Swords, tarot energy, where somebody's blindfolded, not quite seeing what they need to see. So Sagittarius Capricorn, or whoever needs to hear this, TikTok. So that to me is meaning all in divine timing. That's like whatever's happening for you, you may not need to push the boulder up the hill if there's a struggle going on right now. Feel more comfort and more confidence in the fact that the universe has your back and that things will unfold as they're supposed to in the right timing. That's the message for me with that. What else? Pulling an oracle from the Seeking Within oracles. Message for Sagittarius Capricorn. Child. So that's interesting. You have the denial card, and then we have the child card, which is about your inner child and needing to nurture your inner child. The child that is a part of us that yearns to be innocent and carefree and look forward to what tomorrow brings with excitement. Your inner child helps you to expect the best, balance work and play, and joy and sorrow. Even if your childhood was shattered by people unable to love you, you are forever complete, a child of the divine, loved and lovable. So sometimes the pain we experience in relationship is mirroring childhood dramas, childhood traumas, childhood wounds. So if you find yourself in a match, as you know, probably, you're pretty evolved folks on YouTube and on this channel, with somebody who's emotionally unavailable or causing high drama for you, or chaser runner syndromes, chances are they're mirroring unhealthy attachment things that they have from their childhood, and they haven't resolved it. And it's easy for us to get, excuse me, get caught in those dramas or ignore those signs. Denial. So if you find yourself feeling you have to effort too much in a relationship, know that really good relationships shouldn't be a lot of effort. That's the biggest message I'm hearing. But be aware of the signs. You know, like if you've had red flags about this person, or you're in a cycle that they or you or the both of you keep recreating, try to be aware. Past energy on this relationship for you is strife, 5 of Wands. Definitely difficult periods for you with this person. Current energy is the 2 of Cups and the Page of Pentacles, or Princess of Pentacles. So it's moving into better times. This is a definitely the universe has your back in this relationship. I love the image of the 2 of Cups in this deck. It's gorgeous. And it is really almost like the Lovers. So this is an important relationship, even though it's coming from a place of strife. There's this beautiful, youthful energy of the Page or Princess of Pentacles, who wants to create value on a real earthly, sensual, most basic level, or wants to, this relationship is wanting to acknowledge one or both of you, your value and your worth, and almost like an element of reinvesting in this is entering the picture, that there's an opportunity to reinvest, to put more energy, positive energy into this relationship, despite past battles. On your person's mind is the Emperor. They've got a stubborn streak. They may want to stay in control in their power. They may be putting up some boundaries. They may be trying to strong arm you in some ways. It's not in the reverse. You know, reverse Emperor has all that negative energy associated with it. The Emperor can be a very loving, good partner. They just really like to have things their own way. So I don't know if you're dealing with somebody like that wants things their own way. And I coupled that with the King of Pentacles. They could be very practical. They could be a leader in business, and they have their mind very focused on their work, their community, but also on their family. It could be a very good family person. It's just that don't ignore problems if you have problems. The way that they see you right now is a Three of Pentacles, is the material world, is a partner to build with. They see you as someone potentially to build a great work with, to build a project. That project could be a partnership, a marriage, a relationship, a work partnership. They see you as someone who's the kind of person that can get things done despite challenges. In their heart, and right under the Two of Cups, they have the Princess of Cups, or like the Page of Cups. So they feel a sense of really joy and loving connection to you. They feel a youthful spark when it comes to you. Maybe they're a bit flirty when it comes to you. Sometimes the Page of Cups, Princess of Cups, has an apology that they want to bring. But in their heart, they feel some pure love energy, and it's sitting right under the Two of Cups. So that's really amazing. The way they see the two of you moving forward is they have concerns. So the Five of Wands in the past, the Five of Cups is a potential move forward energy. Why is that? Now, we do know that the Five of Cups has the Two of Cups standing right behind him or her. And they're just a little more focused on the glasses that are spilled. But there's still this beautiful Two of Cups energy. And the Four of Wands. Something might have happened that disrupted their harmony and their stability. They want to gain the harmony again. They're feeling at a loss with that. So they're concerned. They're concerned about whatever went down in your Five of Wands past, that maybe you haven't altogether resolved it yet. Something is still a little bit left unresolved for them, and there's a bit of a wound there for them. What you should see that you might not be seeing is the Four of Swords. So it may be really time for you to slow down and not make assumptions, but what you might not be seeing is they're processing this more than you may think. This person is definitely impacted by this and processing this more than you may think, is what I'm feeling. That if they're not reaching out right away, they might be skeptical. They might not know what to say. They might feel a little burnt by whatever went down with the two of you. I do feel that they have love for you. That's what I'm feeling with a bunch of these cards. And yet they might not be rushing out to talk right now or rushing out to communicate it. They're much more, they're going more inward than you think, which is interesting for an emperor. I mean, I don't think we usually think of emperors that way, or King of Pentacles that way, which is the energy of your person. But they're also wise, and wise people do reflect. We do know the King of Pentacles does not move crazy fast. So they might be in reflection mode right now. What is the reflection you don't see? Yeah, the processing with logic. That what you may not see is it's time for both of you to reflect, and like a burst of fresh, clean air. The two of you need to really stay the course on what matters most to you and cut out any bullshit. Interestingly, in this deck, I mean, it took me a while to notice this. She's got the head of somebody she just cut off. So she's out for blood. So I hope it's not vengeance here in terms of behind the scenes, but I think it's reflecting to be more aware, to not be in denial, to see the reality. To see the reality of the situation is what you don't see. You both have a need to do that. The advice is the Seven of Cups. The advice is to hold out your best vision, your best possibility thinking. Hold out options. Not to say, your advice is not to get tied into illusion to the point where you're having fantasy connection about this relationship. We want to be based in reality and what's truly possible. So if you're reflecting on it, do tether yourself to reality, but know that there's options, that this could work out various ways. The best outcomes come from processing a positive intention and then putting it out to the universe and letting it resolve itself, like that. You don't have to get tied to the exact way it's going to turn out. You don't have to get glued to only one way that this can work out, that it could come about any variety number of ways. But there's an innocent sense of love here with the Princess of Cups and the Two of Cups, and the person wants to have greater harmony with you. I just think that one or both of you doesn't really want any BS anymore. Maybe also wants to communicate, you know, one or both of you is feeling a strong need to improve the communication eventually when you come out of reflection mode. Potential outcome, yeah, truth and communication, clarity, right? Four of Swords, Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords. What you don't see is one or both of you is really coming from this huge need to carry the sword forward. Cut to the chase, have that communication, have that truth. Have that truth even if your voice shakes, as they say. Where does somebody need to speak their truth? There is potential here to be really clear. It's the best you could possibly do if the two of you get a chance to talk sometime soon or to connect on some level is to really speak your truth. Yeah. And just to be really true to yourself, Four of Pentacles, to guard up against what could hurt your soul. To also hold on to the gains that you've gained so far, so that if you've done steps to hold your confidence and to evolve and to grow, to me, this is also saying not to go backward, not to go backward. So last, we'll pull, what would the messages be if this person could say something to you in the twin flame messages from the Mystic Moon Oracle? Is it possible to forgive and forget? Out of the conflict cards that are here, no matter what went down, is it possible to forgive and forget? Interesting. And no other compares to you. So yeah, I mean, this goes completely to my, the current energies pulling in Page of Princess of Pentacles, Princess of Cups, new potential energies, and a Two of Cups, which is like, to me, doesn't get any more beautiful. I seriously, I love that. And I think it's a need to be truthful. This person's holding a lot of love for you. They want to start something new. There's a feeling, like this person would, if they could, clear some slates from the past. Careful not to get too suckered into anybody that's sweet talking you with that Page of Cups. One or both of you needs to not be in denial about what are the challenges between the two of you, I feel. At the same time, this is a bit of don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Don't feel like you have to shut down on something just because it's had its challenges. Your person definitely sees this deep connection, the possibility to build with you. If you're building off of unhealthy wounds from childhood, that shouldn't drive the relationship. You know, and a lot of readers talk about that, and I know that, but the bottom line is most of what we create in our relationship as adults are because of what we learn from other people in our lives in terms of relationship. And we didn't always have the best role models. I mean, very rarely can anyone say they came from a hugely functional upbringing. That's just really, really in the minority. So we model and build attachments and relationships based on the stuff that we grew up with. So when it gets to your child oracle here, I think it's definitely saying to be aware of where there's any other interference psychically in this relationship because of one or both of you holding on to patterns from your past. Know that the universe has your back, and this will all resolve itself in universal timing, but also just be realistic. Address what needs to be addressed. And there was just a big message of truth in this one, to not push down being able to speak your truth. So with that, I want to thank you again for being here. We've done our 3 out of 3 for this particular video. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please give me a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you are inclined to want to hear more cusp readings. I will try to do them more frequently. And if you have any preferences or questions, put them in my community box or under a reading, and let me know what you're wanting to see or hear. And I'd love to take that in. So thanks again. You all have a great day. Take care.